than some of the competition. 266, 267, 268. When Boeing builds an aircraft for Ryanair, it is allocated the customer code AS, which appears in its aircraft designation as an infix, such as 737-8 as. Ryanair's fleet reached 200 aircraft for the first time on the 5th of September 2009. 269, 270. All aircraft in the Ryanair fleet have been retrofitted with performance-enhancing winglets, and the more recent deliveries have them fitted as standard. 271. The company also owns 4 Learjet 45 business jets, based at London Stansted Airport and Bergamo Airport, but registered in the Isle of Man, which are mainly used for the quick transportation of maintenance personnel and small aircraft parts around the network. 272. On the 13th of March, 2013, Ryanair signed an order for 175 new Boeing 737-800s. In the press conference announcing the order, Michael O'Leary said Ryanair was still evaluating the possibility of the Boeing 737 MAX and stated its huge order in March was for the Boeing 737 next generation rather than the 737 MAX, as it needed aircraft before the 737 MAX will enter service. On the 30th of April, 2014, Ryanair confirmed that it had ordered 5 more aircraft to add to its fleet, 4 of them to be delivered in 2015 and the last one to be delivered in February 2016, to bring the number of aircraft on order to 180. 273. In the summer of 2014, Ryanair contracted Air Explore to operate some of their summer flights between London Stansted and Dublin Airport. 274. Ryanair also showed interest in other aircraft, including the Comac C919, when it signed a design agreement with Comac in 2011 to help produce a rival jet to Boeing's offerings. At the Paris Air Show in 2013, Michael O'Leary stated that Comac would build a larger version of the C919 aircraft that would hold up to 200 passengers. 275. On the 8th of September, 2014, Ryanair committed to ordering 100 new Boeing 737 MAX 8s, plus options for an additional 100, for delivery in 2019. 87. On the 1st of December, 2014, the airline finalized its order for up to 200 Boeing 737 MAX 200s, a version of the 737 MAX 8 for low-cost airlines, named after the fact that they can carry 200 passengers. The order includes 100 firm and 100 purchaser rights. This makes Ryanair the launch customer of the Boeing 737 MAX 200. 276. After delays due to the grounding of the 737 MAX, the first 737 MAX 8-200 was finally delivered to Ryanair on 16 June 2021. 12 deliveries were expected for the summer 2021 season. 6 for Ryanair and 6 for Malta Air, and a further 50 by summer 2022. 277. In July 2021, it was announced that Ryanair had already handed back all of its leased B737s, which were replaced by incoming B737 MAX 8-200 aircraft. The carrier expects to sell more of its older aircraft in the future. 278. In November 2022, the company announced it would have 124 Boeing 737 MAX 200 by summer 2023, reducing the number of unfulfilled orders to 86 aircraft. 279. In January 2023, the first Ryanair 737-800 to be retrofitted with split scimitar winglets entered service. The winglets reduce fuel burn by 1.5% and are to be fitted to all existing -800 aircraft in the Ryanair fleet. 280. On the 30th of January, 2023, Ryanair Holdings CFO Neil Sarahan said that the A320ceo leases are extended to 2028. 281. Accidents and incidents. On the 10th of November, 2008, Ryanair Flight 4102, from Frankfurt Hahn Airport, suffered undercarriage damage in an emergency landing at Rome Ciampino Airport, after experiencing bird strikes, which damaged both engines and approach. There were 6 crew members and 166 passengers on board. 282. 2 crew members and 8 passengers were taken to hospital with minor injuries. 283. The port undercarriage of the Boeing 737-800 collapsed. 284, leaving the aircraft stranded on the runway and closing the airport for over 35 hours. 283, as well as damage to the engines and undercarriage. The rear fuselage was also damaged by contact with the runway. 285. The aircraft involved was damaged beyond repair and was scrapped. The final report of the accident, investigated by ANSV, National Flight Safety Agency, was released on the 20th of December, 2018, more than 10 years after the accident and only in Italian. 286. An English translation was provided by Aviation Accident Database. 287. On the 23rd of May, 2021, Ryanair Flight 4978, Athens-Vilnius, carrying 6 crew and 126 passengers was diverted to Minsk National Airport after a false bomb threat was made whilst the aircraft was 45 nautical miles, 83 kilometers, 52 mi, south of Vilnius and 90 nautical miles, 170 kilometers, 100 mi, west of Minsk, but still in Belarusian airspace. 288, 283, 289, according to the airline. Its pilots were notified by Belarusian authorities of a potential security threat on board and told to land plane in Minsk. 290, 291, in Minsk. Belarusian journalist and opposition activist Roman Pratasvik and his girlfriend were removed from the plane and arrested. 288, 292, although the plane was closer to Vilnius. Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko, according to his press service, personally ordered the flight to be redirected to Minsk and sent Belarusian Air Force MiG-29 fighter aircraft to escort it. 288, 293, 294. Belarusian opposition leader Sviatlana Tsikhanouskaya called for an ICAO investigation of the incident. 295. On the 9th of April, 2023, Ryanair Flight 5542, Liverpool John Lennon Airport, Dublin Airport, had an emergency landing fatal to front gear damage. The southern runway in Dublin Airport was temporarily closed. There were no injuries. Butone person was treated for shock. Controversies. On the 10th of June, 2023 flight from Bologna to Tel Aviv, a cabin crew member announced that the flight would soon be landing in Palestine. Many passengers were upset and the airline later apologized. 296, 297, in June 2023, Ryanair sacked chief pilot, Aidan Murray for sexually harassing female colleagues. 298, see also. List of airlines. List of companies of Ireland. List of low-cost airlines. Ryanair UK. Notes. Share of...
Oops. I did read it again. Because I'd like to make a video later about Ryanair in English. And do it in Danish too. I need it for my list. And I need to make a video about the American Southwest Airlines. I need to do it in English. And all this aircraft, but that's a long time ago I did read it. So I have to read it again, but not today. I think I will go shopping a little bit on my credit cards. So I will stop the video. The sun is shining.